Hello students, today our topic is MS Word, and in this MS Word we are going to discuss two main options regarding to MS Word. These are mail merge option and second is macros. So what is the use of mail merge? Basically mail merge option is used when we want to send same content to different persons or to different address or different names, or so we use a mail merge option for that purpose. In short, we can say that if the content is the same and the persons or the address are different, then we use mail merge options. In this way, we can easily save our time, and we are able to send same content for different persons using mail merge options. So let us see how mail merge functions works. So first of all, mail merge. These are the steps we should be follow to implement the mail merge. Okay, I will make it large. I think content is not visible to all of you. So first of all, so mail merge option, and we just we understand this is step by step, and it is used in Microsoft Word, and there is a requirement of Microsoft Excel also to implement mail merge options, and it basically create multiple document at once, such as the letters, such as the letters, etc. So mail merge option is used to send a content to different persons or to different addresses. So if you want to send a letter to different person or to different address, we just use mail merge option. Now first of all, gathering your data, that is your first requirement. Okay, that is your first requirement. First of all, you must gather data. Okay, now I think it is clear to all of you. The first thing you do is to create an Excel spreadsheet, creating a header for each field, such as a first name, last name, address, city, state, and postal code. So that is the information you want to where you want to send information, or you want to send a letter. So such type of information should be there in Excel sheet: first name, last name, address, city, state, and postal code. And after that, we must use header for that type of information, and that header should contain like first name, last name, and they are labeled separately so that you can filter them alphabetically if you need to. And you can also add additional headers such as a donation amount, and be sure to label it something you will remember. If you are using a dollar amount, change the type of the number, and if it is under number, at the very top of the text for every dollar entry, and manually type the dollar sign, otherwise the dollar sign will not show up in your letter. So first of all, select the type of the data you enter, and you can use also use proper sign to represent that type of data. You can easily see that here text is selected, so here we just take a text to represent that data. Now you can easily see here I just create a table in MS Excel. Here first of all, if you want to use mail merge option, you have some data in the form of Excel sheet, and you can use Excel sheet for to send the particular data, to send the particular letter, suppose, to different addresses, different persons, etc. So in this example, we can easily see that city, address, postal code, and amount. These are the name of the columns here that we used in this Excel sheet. So different cities names are here, different states names are here, different postal codes are here, and different amounts are here. And we just write dollar sign when we use amount. So you can also use dollar sign or rupees symbol for to represent amount. And actually, the purpose of this Excel sheet, that we have some content, and we want to send that content to different persons or different postal codes. So we will just make a Excel sheet for that purpose. Now I think that is clear to all of you. So mail merge option is basically used to send a particular type of information, suppose a letter or some important content to, or some type of invitation to your friends or your to your or to some important peoples you know. So for that purpose, first of all, to make a sheet in Excel, MS Excel, which gives you an idea about the different which gives you a detail of different persons, um, which you want to send that data. And after that, you should write a letter or the content or the invitation, whatever you type, to send that data to these different person or to these addresses that you made in MS Excel. Now after that, when you just create the data, in this way you can easily create a data in MS Excel. MS Excel is already completed in our last video, so if you don't uh, able to understand the concept of MS Excel, how to write a data or how to create an Excel sheet, just go for that video and learn how to create Excel sheet or how to create a data in MS Excel. After that, prepare letter in Microsoft Word. So after that, the second important thing that you should done is to prepare a letter in Microsoft Word. And when creating a letter, it is good idea to insert a placeholder where the information from the mail merge will be placed, that is the address and amount. So whatever you just type the column name in MS Excel sheet, if these are used in your letter also, so you can also use them by just insert a placeholder for them. So what happens that for individual person, that address and amount will be changed. So that is a basic purpose to use the MS, to use the mail merge option. And then under mailing in Microsoft Word, click on Start Mail Merge and click by step Mail Merge wizard. After just typing your letter, then go to Mail Merge wizard. That using this option, you are able to send the mail to different person. Okay. So first of all, go to the mail merge wizard. You can easily see the option here. You can easily see, and here one of the option is step by step mail merge wizard. So go to that option in Microsoft Word. After that, a window will appear to the right of your document that says select document type. Okay, and it may be a letter, so just select a letter. It may be email or it may be envelopes or labels or directory. Most of the cases it will be a letter or the email messages. So select one of them as per your requirement, and at the bottom click on the next starting document. And the next step with read select start document. If you currently have the letter you created, leave the section, use the current document selected. So if you already write a letter, so use the current document selected. Otherwise you can select a document as per your need. So these three steps should be followed. Next, click select recipients at the bottom, and you will see the use the existing list, the ability to browse it for your list. Now you have a letter. Suppose you have a letter and you want to send that letter to different persons at different address. So you have already a list here. You have already a list in MS Excel, and you can use that list to send the data to different person or to different address. Okay. So click the browse button and find your list on the computer that you typed in MS Excel. See the image here, that gives you a clear idea. Use an existing list or you can browse. Most of the time what happens that we make a list in MS Excel in a folder, and mostly we use that we create a folder on desktop, and in that folder we use or we also create a MS Word file in which a letter is typed. So it will help you a lot because both the Excel sheet and the Word file are part of the same folder. Otherwise, you can browse that file, Excel file. See the image carefully. You can select them properly. After that, once you find your document, click upon the box. Uh, a box will show up that says select table. And if you only had one tab on your spreadsheet, click OK. So by default, as you know that there are three different spreadsheets, and if you have only one spreadsheet, then if you have that spreadsheet, just only a single spreadsheet, then just select OK. Otherwise, you have to select that spreadsheet in which information is given. So you can easily see here that spreadsheet is, there is only single spreadsheet, so single spreadsheet is appear here, and you have to select that sheet to select the data. After that, when you select the spreadsheet, when you create an Excel sheet, then remove all those unnecessary spreadsheet that are not used. So here only one spreadsheet will be there. You will then see the data you had typed. Now, after just selecting the spreadsheet, you can see the data, and you can also choose a leave of certain names if you want to. Click OK. So now you have data in Excel sheet. If you want to leave some data, you can also select and just untick that. And you want to, if you want to select particular data, then you can also select that data in that table. So both options are available here. After that, the table will close, and then dialog box on the right hand side say currently user recipients are selected from. Okay, and we'll give the title of your Excel spreadsheet document. And at the bottom of the dialog box, click write your letter. Now, at the bottom, just click on write your letter. You can easily see the diagram here, which gives you an idea about this option. Next, from there, you can start adding your fields from your spreadsheet and highlight the placeholder marked address and then click on address block. The spreadsheet will put in your data from your spreadsheet. Okay. Now here you can start adding your field from a spreadsheet. You can easily see here that data is selected from this spreadsheet, and after that, if you uh, want to go to the next data, just click to the next button. Next data will be appear, next address will be appear in that sheet. Okay, now you can easily see here address element is selected, and that element is already we can see in the preview. If you want to see the another detail, you can go to the next button. Just after that, you can see then preview one is selected, then just click the arrow button, you can select the second data. And there is a match field also, and if you did not write postal code or road zip code, instead of, you can click on the match field and find the field that matches your postal code instead. Be sure that cycle through your address list to make sure your address are correct. Click OK. So if you want to find out some postal code, you can use match field options also. And then after that, highlight the greeting line placeholder and replace it with the greeting line under write your letter. Okay, you can also select greeting line, and you can also filter it to the where it only lists their first name. See the option here. It will give you a clear idea. Greeting line format says dear, and you can select Mr., Mrs., such type of notion also. See the greeting line format. So you can select greeting line from here. You can easily see that dear word is there. Okay. See the diagram carefully, image carefully. It will give a clear idea. After that, from the other fields such as amount, you can highlight amount and go to the more items. So you can select another item such as amount and select amount. And now when you select all the items, just go to the preview your letter. From there the database information will have the populated your letter. You should be able to cycle through the information you type to make sure that your address and amount are correct. So we just take two fields here, amount and address. Okay, and if you are satisfied, click on the complete the merge and then click the print. So you can able to see the print preview of all this, of all your information. So here only we just use two column, that is amount and addresses, and that amount and addresses are basically selected for the letter you just type for different persons. And then after, it will give you the option to click the print current record. You can print all the letters from your database. So you can print all the database, or if you want to print a current record, then you can select that record. Only the current record will be printed. And if you want to print certain records only, then just select the record number from to 2. For example, I just give here 2 to 6, then only the records which contain the value 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be printed here. And it is important to look over your data to make sure that they are not in typos or the problem with formatting, especially on the letter itself. And you can use the mail merge to create letter mailing labels, email name, budgets, or etc. So that is the all about mail merge option. That is the all about of mail merge option. I think it is clear to all of you. So now I will give you a quick revision for the mail merge option. First of all, mail merge option is a very important option used in Microsoft Word. So if you want to send a mail to different person or to different address, so you need not to type again and again that letter that letter or that mail to different person, especially in that case when the content is same. So we use mail merge option for that purpose. So we just create a first of all a Excel sheet in which the address and all other names and such type of information is there, and we use such type of information for the letter which we want to um, send using mail merge options. So only the information regarding the name and address will change, and all the content will remain same when we send a mail to by using mail merge options. And the steps are already I think given, steps are already discussed here. So now it will give a clear idea that how the mail merge options work. In our next video we will do it practically. First of all, just try yourself. And our next topic is macros. Okay, so our next topic is macros. So first of all, what is macros? Macros and mail merge are two very important features of Microsoft Word, and they are asked so many number of times of the examination. So it is very important. So macros is a function which has a group of commands and instruction in it to perform a particular task. So when we call a macros, it will do the task automatically. That is the main objective of using a macros. And using macros, we can save our important time and efforts. And macros is a recording tool. Okay, so it records each activity when you are doing with MS Word document file. So macros are nothing but only the group of commands or instructions to perform a particular task. And we use macros because we want to save our time and efforts. So next question regarding to the macros is, what can you do with the macros in Microsoft Word? So in Microsoft Word, when you find when you find some task which is regularly repeated in your office or in your daily life, then you can create a macros for it. And as you know, it is a recording tool, so you can record your letter drafting process, your document formatting, your table work, and your bullet list, number list, etc. So that is the purpose uh, of using macros. Now, next question that is very important: how to create a macros in Microsoft Word. So these are the steps that are used to create a macros in Microsoft Word, and that should be remembered to all of you. First of all, okay, these are the points in MS Word. If you want to create your own macros, then follow the process, and that is the process given. First point is, go to the V tab, then macros, and then record macros. After that, type a macro name in the dialog box. Okay, and if you want to assign keyboard shortcut to your macros, then click on shortcut buttons and press unique key combination. Unique key combination, and be careful that that combination key you selected is already assigned to something else in the Microsoft Word or not. If it is already assigned, try to a different combination. So when you assign a unique key combination, that is not used by Microsoft Word. Okay, so just try to assign a different unique key combination. That is very important. Otherwise, you cannot able to create a shortcut. And next point is, to use this keyboard shortcut to other MS Word files, be sure the save change in the box as a save as normal.dotm. Such type of save work will be there, and then click assign, and at last press OK. Now you will able to use macro in your MS Word. So these are the different points regarding to MS Word. Now I think it is clear to all of you. So two very important topic: mail merge and macros. I just discuss here. Now this is time for some word shortcuts, which are very important. These are some word shortcuts, and you should know about all these shortcuts because it saves your time a lot. So these are some shortcuts that displays on a screen. First of all caps. So uh, if you want that all the letters are in capital letters, then there is a shortcut control plus shift plus A. That is a shortcut for all caps. Next is apply list bullet. So if you want to apply list bullet, there is a shortcut for control plus shift plus I. And there is a shortcut for auto format, and that is alter plus control plus K. Okay, and then auto text F3, which is a function key. If you want to create your data, create your Word, Microsoft Word data in bold format, then for that purpose use shortcut Control plus V. For cancellation, use escape key. For declaring your data as a center, then Control plus E. If you want to change your case, uppercase or lowercase, Shift plus F3, where F3 is a function key. Okay. If you want to clear your data, then delete key should be used, DEL. If you want to close your data or exit from, if you want to exit from MS Word, then Alt plus F4 key should be used. And most important, copy. For copy, we use Control plus C. And create for create auto text, there is a shortcut key Alt plus F3. Alt plus F3. Okay, that will create your auto text. For cut, Control X. Remember that for copy, Control C key is there, and for cut, Control X key should be used. And if you want to double underline your data, then for that purpose, Control plus Shift plus D should be used. And to find a particular type of data, use the shortcut key Control plus F. If you want to find out a particular word, then use Control F. And if you want to want some help, that for that purpose use F1 key, function key. And if you want to create a hyperlink in our MS Word, then Control plus K. For indent, Control plus M. And if you want to convert it in italic format, for that Control plus I. And if you want to make data justify, so different alignment are there: center, left alignment, or right alignment, and or justified alignment. So for justified alignment or paragraph, you should use Control plus J. That is very important. That means from both left hand side and from both right hand side, there is equal amount of data. There is equal amount of space that is to be left. And then merge field. For merge field, the key is Alt plus Shift plus F. To create a new document, press Control plus N. To open an existing record, there is a key Control plus O. To outline, there is a key Alt plus Control plus O. Over type, just write Insert button. Page, for page, Alt plus Control plus P. For page break, Control plus Return. For paste, Control plus P. Now for copy, Control C. Cut, Control X. And for paste, Control V. These three keys should be remembered and very important. Next, paste format, Control plus Shift plus V. And then print. If you want to take a print, then shortcut key for that is Control plus P. And if you want to take print preview, only just you want to see the preview, then there is a shortcut for that, Control plus F2. Okay, Control plus F2. F2 is a function key. And undo, redo button are also there. For redo, Alt plus Shift plus backspace or Control plus Y. These are the two different shortcuts used for the redo option. Then save, Control plus S, which is very important, most of the time used. Select all. If you want to select all data or entire data of your Word, then Control plus A. And if you want to change your data in small caps, then Control plus Shift plus K. Okay, now next is style. So if you want to make different styles in a Word, then Control plus Shift plus S. If you want to change your data in subscript, for that purpose, Control plus equal. Okay, Control and equal signs will be pressed simultaneously. And then superscript, Control plus Shift plus equal. It means Control Shift and equal type equal sign should be pressed simultaneously. Here where we use in this shortcut command plus, it doesn't mean the plus sign, it doesn't mean the combination of these two keys strokes. And for task pane, Control plus F1. And for time field, Alt plus Shift plus T. So these are the different and important keys combination. I hope now you are able to understand this concept. In next video we will do the practical regarding to mail merge and macros. So thanks for watching this video.